Do y'all love mac and cheese as much as I do? Well, have I got a good one for y'all today. This is bacon mac and cheese. It's super creamy, super delicious. So let's go in the kitchen and we'll make it together. Okay? Let's go. Okay, so for this mac and cheese, bacon mac and cheese. So I haven't cooked it yet, but I've got some bacon here. I'm gonna cook this first. Where are my noodles? Y'all, I swear I would lose my head if it wasn't attached. Hang on. Okay, enter the noodles. You can use elbow macaroni. I've got this cavatappi just because this is what I had, so this is what I'm going to use. And then so I'm going to cook this in a minute. I'm going to cook the noodles in a minute, and then I'll show you how to assemble all this. So you're going to need some milk, some butter, some flour, some milk for the roux, for the base, okay? And then we're going to go with the cheese. I've got Parmesan, mozzarella, and triple cheddar. Feel free to grate your own cheese. I wasn't feeling that today, okay? So this is what we're doing. And then I've got some salt and pepper, some garlic powder, and then for the top, we're going to use a smidge more butter and some panko crumbs that we're going to toast up. So are y'all ready? Are y'all sure you're ready for this bacon mac and cheese? Okay, let's go to the stove. Okay, guys, so I've got my cast iron skillet here, and I'm sorry, y'all. Jacob's playing a video game in the background, and he's loud, and I'm sorry. So I'm going to put this on. I'm just now turning it on, so this skillet's cold. You always want to start your bacon in a cold pan. That way the fat renders out better, and that's what we want, okay? And I know this looks like a lot of bacon, and it is. And you don't have to use as much as me, but why would you not want to? All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to cook this till it's crispy, and then I'm going to take it out of this pan, okay? So give me a couple minutes, and then I'll show you what we got over there. And over here, I've got see that right there? Oh, yeah. That's my pot of salted water that it's not salted yet, but it's going to be. When it comes up to a boil, I'm going to put some salt in it and cook my pasta. So I'll see y'all back here in a few minutes when this bacon gets nice and crispy, okay? Okay, so now for the easy part of this recipe, okay? I'm going to use about a half a bag of each one of these cheeses. Now, the original recipe calls for 8 ounces of each one. That would be the entire bag, okay? I'm just going to make a small one for the kids tonight. So, after I sling cheese everywhere, it's fine. Y'all don't worry about that. So, we're just going to use about half of each of these bags. And then this is actually a 5-ounce container. So I'm just going to use about half of it as well. If it'll come out of this container. Y'all, there we go. And then I'm just going to take a little fork or spoon or whatever. Fork's just what I got a hold of. And we're just going to give this a little mix just so all of our cheese. Wow, seriously, I'm throwing cheese everywhere. Just so all of our cheese is kind of mixed up. Okay? Now, I'm going to go back over here and check on my bacon. And see how my bacon's holding up. See if it's crispy yet. And then I'll show. Y'all didn't say that. It didn't happen. Okay. Oh, good heavens. Okay, I'm going to quit mixing cheese because I'm throwing it. All right, I'm going to go check on the bacon. Okay, so here's what our bacon's looking like. It's not quite crispy yet. And y'all, I always cook bacon in my cast iron skillet. Well, I say always. Unless I'm cooking outside on my Blackstone. I always cook it in the cast iron skillet. That's just what I like to do. Okay? So I'm just going to let this continue to cook for another few minutes until it gets nice and crispy. Okay, guys. So you can see the water's boiling now. So I'm just going to salt that water. We're going to let that salt dissolve, and then we're going to add our pasta and get it cooked. Now you're just going to cook your pasta according to package directions. Mine says about 10 minutes. So I've added that to the pot and give it a good little stir around. And we'll give that about 10 minutes. All right, y'all, I think the bacon's done. Let's see. So that kind of golden brown is kind of what you're looking for. So then I'm just going to put it on a paper plate. I'm going to cut my heat off. Hang on. And then I'm going to put this on a paper towel lined plate to drain. So I'm going to get all this bacon out of here. And then I'm going to take this pan over here to my sink and pour this bacon grease in a bowl. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I told you we're going to make a roux, and we are. And you can do it one of two ways. You can use all butter, or you can use my way. And we're going to use some of this bacon grease and butter. And y'all, I'm just going to tell you what, it takes this bacon mac and cheese up a notch, and it just makes it so good. If you don't want to use bacon grease though, you totally don't have to. All right, let me get the rest of this out of here. Okay, hang on. Okay, so now we're going to make our roux for our mac and cheese. So I've got just about a tablespoon of that bacon fat, and then just about a tablespoon of butter. Again, you can use all butter, but why would you not want to use bacon? I mean, come on, it's bacon. All right, so I'm gonna let that melt and get all nice and bubbly, and then we'll make our roux. All right, so here we go. So this is nice and hot. We're gonna add our couple tablespoons of flour, and I'm just gonna get that going just like this. And we're just gonna cook this just a minute or so until this raw flour taste is out of it, okay? We don't want our mac and cheese to just taste like flour. That would be disgusting. Nobody wants that. There we go. That looks perfect. What y'all think? And because I'm using this stainless steel pot and this little, I almost said metal, good Lord. This little plastic whisk, I don't have to worry about scratching my pot up. There we go. Now, we're going to slowly, if I can slowly, we're going to slowly add this milk. So we're just going to add a little bit and kind of stir it around, and then we're going to add a little bit more. You know, this is very reminiscent of making gravy, and I just slung milk all over my stove. Did y'all see that? It's okay. It's fine. And you're just going to keep whisking, and I know it looks a little clumpy. Y'all don't worry about it. It'll even out in a minute. Okay, we're just going to put all that milk in there. And we're just going to keep whisking until it kind of gets thick and it all smooths out, okay? Make sure you get in the corners so you get those little clumps of flour out of there. Now, we're going to cook this, and I'm going to keep stirring every once in a while, or I'll probably just stand here and stir for the next minute or two until it starts to get thick, okay? And then we'll season it up. Okay, so now this has been cooking for a couple minutes. It's starting to get thick, so now that's what I'm going to season it. I'm going to add about a half a teaspoon of salt and pepper and garlic powder. And we're just going to stir that around, and then we'll see how it does here in a minute. There we go. Now, let me get our cheese, and we'll get our cheese sauce going. Now, we're only going to add about half of this cheese right this minute, okay? So, and it doesn't really matter. We're just going to put about half of it in there, and we're going to save the other half. And what we'll do with the rest of it is layer it. Oh yeah, we're going to layer it in between the pasta layers. So we've got a layer of cheesy pasta and then just a layer of cheese. Y'all, look at that. All right, now I'm going to turn my heat way down to low, because all I'm looking to is just melt this cheese. Y'all, oh my heavens. Could we just put a straw in that? Y'all, look at that. Oh, that's gorgeous. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to fold our pasta in. Okay. Maybe. Whoa. All at once. There we go. We'll fold our pasta in. Y'all, don't that look good? Yes, ma'am. Yum. Okay. Let me get our bacon. We're going to fold some of the bacon in there. All right, so we're only going to use about, I don't know, about that much bacon. We'll save some of that because we're going to mix that with our topping. So we're going to fold this in together. Y'all, oh my word, I could eat this out of the pot. Are you kidding me right now? Look at that. That is gorgeous. All right, so I've got us a baking dish. Let's go over here to the counter, and we're going to transfer this to our baking dish. Okay, so before we put this together, I've got just a little bit of panko crumbs and a little bit of melted butter, and we're just going to stir this together. I told y'all earlier that we were going to toast it. I don't know what I was thinking. We're not going to toast it. You can, I guess, but it's going to get nice and toasty in the oven anyway, so we're not going to do that. But what we are going to do is we're going to add bacon to it, because, yes, because that's what we do. I add bacon to, you should know this by now. I add bacon to everything. Now, you see what's left here's where it's going. See my pot? It's going over there because we don't waste bacon at my house. Okay, so now we're just going to mix this up, and this is going to be our topping for our bacon. Y'all, I don't know what's up with me for our bacon mac and cheese. I spill everything. I just make a mess. That's just what I do. Okay, here we go. So I've got a little 8x8 dish, 9x9, I don't know, square. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to take about half of this mac and cheese.
I think that almost killed that polar bear.
And I'm sorry, you're still going to hear Jake. He's playing with his friend. And we're just going to put this mac and cheese. Yeah, I'm hungry. Okay, we're just going to put this mac and cheese in the bottom. We're just going to kind of spread it out, just like that. Okay. And then, remember that other half of cheese? Yeah, that's where this is going. We're just going to spread it in here. Remember, this is our Parmesan and cheddar and mozzarella blend. I should have saved that bacon and put it in the middle. Oh well. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get the rest of the bacon. No, not the rest of the bacon. The rest of the mac and cheese. I got bacon on the brain, y'all. Sorry. The rest of the mac and cheese. And it's just going to go right here. Okay, here we go. So we're going to spread this out. There we go. Isn't that gorgeous? Yes, it is. Okay, so there's that. So let me get our topping put on there. Okay, guys, here goes our topping. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Look at that goodness. Okay, here we go. We're going to go in our oven. I've got it set to 375, and we're going to go in there about 20 to 25 minutes. And then, y'all, you know the best part. Oh, look, cheese. The best part. We're going to get to eat it. Okay, I'll see y'all in a few, okay? Are y'all totally ready to see this mac and cheese? Oh, my heavens. Y'all, what? Look at that. Is that not the most beautiful pan of mac and cheese you've ever seen? Of course it is. Okay, so you know how nuclear that is and how hot. So we're going to let that sit on that counter right there. I don't know, probably 10 minutes before I even cut into it, okay? Because nobody wants a burnt roof of their mouth. So just enjoy that view, and I'll be back to cut it in just a minute. Okay, are y'all ready to see this? Y'all, look at the cheese. Okay, we're going to put it on this little plate right here. Y'all, look at all that. Oh, my heavens. So much cheese. So much bacon. I'm so excited. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay. Now, this has totally got to cool off. Look at that, though. Kids are going to be super duper happy with this tonight. Y'all know I ain't going to leave you hanging, right? We got to taste it. I mean, the kids ain't going to know, right? We won't tell them. I won't tell them. Look at that. Yum. Okay, ready? Here we go. Y'all, that is so creamy. All that bacon. Oh, that is super good. Super, super creamy and good. Look at that. Y'all need to go make you some bacon. Not make bacon. Go make some bacon mac and cheese. Thank you so much for watching. I love y'all, and I'll see you next time. I'm going to go feed the kids. And I'll see you next time, and we'll make something else yummy. Bye, y'all.